So, the big question is this: how are entrepreneurs and real estate investors like us, ones who want to grow our businesses and who are tired of paying for really expensive alternative lending? How do we tap into the most inexpensive money available and do it without the hassle of typical borrowing? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. I'm Merrill Chandler, and welcome to the Are You Effable podcast. Welcome back to the Are You Effable podcast. I'm your host, Merrill Chandler, and I'm thrilled that you're either binging or just saw the title of this and decided to check it out, see what's up. First of all, in this episode, we're going to be talking about value as an employee, right? New employees, your term at your current employer. We're going to be talking about how fundability impacts your value as a member of your team and as an employee. So when we come back, we'll get right to it. I'll see you in a second. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, let's get started. Now, this came up for me as a result of conversations that I had with one of my clients. He's a business owner, and he was asking me, he was one of my valet clients, and so he gets a little bit of time with every month. I get to spend some time with all of my valet clients, and he was asking me questions about how to help his employees become fundable. So many of you are real estate investors. You have team members. You might be a business owner, entrepreneur, right? So we may be a one-person shop, or we may have a whole grip of clients. A whole grip of team members and employees. But as owners of businesses, as employers of other human beings, there's some things that we need to know so that we can be sensitive and we can actually train our team members so that they are productive. They one more reason to love their job, one more reason for them to believe in our vision and keep going. I've had this very experience. I have some crazy loyal team members. People have been with me for over a decade, others for the better part of 5 and 6 years, and others 2, 3, 4 years. And they've been with me so long and are literally part and parcel of my vision. And they make sure that everything that I want to accomplish when it comes to Get Fundable and the mission and vision of being the pointy end of this spear, that they're the ones who actually make it happen, right? And so this is with respect to them. This is to help your relationship with your team members and the people who believe in your vision, right? Whether it's 1 or 500 or more. So it's let's talk about the value of a team member, and then how to translate that value to your team members themselves, and how fundability comes into this equation, right? Because a good employer, a good leader wants the best for their people. So the first principle I want to discuss is how we create an organization that supports them wanting to stay here, right? And we also want to, as employers, we also want to shape and manage their expectations, because people who've been here for a long time also want to be compensated. Their value is intrinsic to the business. So let's cover this. And the principle comes down into a simple sentence: the value of an employee or a team member to you is higher than it very well may be in the marketplace. Now, this depends on the type of position they're in. If it is, and I'm not diminishing any roles, but if it's a receptionist, and that receptionist literally just answers the phone, and that receptionist does certain simple administrative duties as part of their position, then there may be a fixed level at which their value is to the organization. Now, they may be there for years. You have tons of benefits, 401ks, health insurance, and there's great reasons for them to stay. But because of the simplicity of the job, there may be a fixed level at which they are compensated, right? So I've run into over and over with different members of my team. I like to take care of my people. And I've always warned my team members to make sure that they live within their their salary, and let all of the bonuses that they get, whether it includes quarterly profit share, whether it's some sort of revenue share, bonuses for their positions, whatever it is, to not include those bonuses inside of their monthly expenditures, right? As part of their monthly budget. Now, I've gotten pushback before about this. And again, my podcast, my belief system, I'm just sharing with you what has helped me over and over, right? And so agree, disagree, but at least we're having a conversation about it. So when somebody comes into my organization, regardless of what it is, these are, I invented fundability optimization. And my team is the one who translates that fundability optimization into the real world, into the client experience, into taking care of our students, and making sure that everybody has the highest chance of success possible, right? So while I may be leading this charge, I'm not the one implementing it with boots on the ground, making the difference in your life, right? So when I tell one of my team members, live within your salary, and then save or invest or take care of everything else with your bonuses. Because if for some reason your spouse moves, you need to move. We just had one of our team members, one of my partners, moved to Texas for heaven's sake, and her husband had a great job and a promotion as a result of that move. So of course I'm all in. But if somebody has to move and they can't stay with your organization, then the value to your company exceeds their current value to the marketplace. And I teach and warn my team members all the time. So let's say somebody's making whatever, $4,000 a month. All right. But on top of that, they're getting bonuses, referral bonuses, and other perks and bonuses that come with the job. Well, if they leave my team and they need to go out into the marketplace, then the value to the market may be very different than the value they were to me, because especially over long haul, people make more and more and more, and then all of a sudden they may be priced out of the market. So my recommendation, what this podcast is about, is that to protect your team members' fundability, we need to make sure that wherever they're working, whether they're working for you or they're working for another outfit after you, that they are able to meet the financial obligations and commitments that they have made to their credit card issuers, to their auto loans, their mortgages, whatever else is happening for them financially. So I keep coming back to that. My team is far more valuable to me than they are to the market. And so I have a fiduciary responsibility. I'm the employer. Fiduciary responsibility is where you the more influential person or organization in an agreement, in a contract, has the responsibility to take care of the less influential party in the contract, right? And since I'm their employer and they depend on me for their wage, and I depend on them for the activities that are going to grow my vision, then I need to take care of them. That's what fiduciary responsibility means. I need to make sure that I have at least trained them or coached them on making wise financial decisions. So while they become more and more valuable to me, there's a spread between that and, like salary.com and what they can make when they go out and start over with a new company. Well, that changeover, going from working for me to a new company, is going to create that very well may create a disparity between what they're making now and then starting at a new organization. Because for me. Now, I don't know for you, but for me, I'm the only one who does this. They can't like transfer from here and go to another fundability optimization firm, right? And so I love compensating my team and rewarding them for their contribution to a really unique marketplace. But if you're doing the same thing, whatever your market is, whatever your however your team members relate, make sure that how you're compensating, especially the longer term ones who ultimately need to leave for whatever reason, make sure that they understand that financially they want to take care of themselves within what the market is for their an equivalent position somewhere else, and everything above that, invest, save, pay down debt, or leverage, right? We don't want, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as people who have team members, we don't want them to be walking out on the limb that gets cut off behind them. We want them we want to encourage them. Of course, they get to do whatever the hell they want, but we want to encourage them to find out what the position is, the equivalent position is somewhere else in the market, if it's available. If mine's difficult because credit advisors, right? I don't, or fundability advisors. You can't look that up on salary.com, but find out what that is, that if they move from here to a different position in another organization, that they're living on that plane, and that anything that they're making above and beyond that, because they've created value for your company, and my team has created value in my organization, that they are preserving those funds and keeping them differently than budgeting it for house payments, auto loans, etc. We don't want our people out on a limb, guys, because even if it's been 3 years, 5 years, and they have X salary, but they have Y bonuses, etc. We want to make sure that they don't have to take a hit on their fundability, that where none of their payments are at risk, nothing is negatively impacted if they have to make a change to a difference. So remember, the principle is there's a difference between someone who has long-term value to your organization, and perhaps what their value is to a brand new organization that needs to train them and get them up to speed. That disparity, that difference between those two, is vital, that we teach and train and support the team members that make our lives and our businesses work. We want to make sure that they have that there's a cushion, a barrier, so that they don't have to harm their fundability or harm their finances by making a switch. We do not do anyone a disservice, and I believe what we put out, we get back a tenfold. Another way to say it is, what comes around goes around, right? So I want to take care of my people so that I'm taken care of by all the people who take care of me, and so once again, we're in the holiday season. Maybe I'm just waxing a little. We're getting ready to have our holiday party for our team members, and I want to do a shout out to everybody on the Get Fundable team. All of my professional funding hackers, the ones who coach you, the ones who nurture you through your process, the ones who support you in the boot camps, the ones who support you as clients. I want to tell you how much I love and adore them and their support and their commitment to the vision. I couldn't do any of this without them. And so, advisors, enrollment team, boot camp crew, you guys light up my world, and you make everything we're doing rock. So thank you for taking care of the people who are just barely learning about what we do. Thank you for being so valuable to me, that I want to make sure that you're taken care of. Ultimately, whether or not you're with me or you need to be somewhere else, I want you to feel like you are the superstars that you are. So this is Merrill Chandler, the host of Are You Effable? Take care of your people. Take care of your partners. Take care of your team members. Take care of your employees. Make sure that they feel the value, that they know that they are valuable in every possible way as they help you build your visions. And as you take care of them, make sure that they don't have to take any kind of of negative hit to their financial world by investing in you. Have a spectacular day. Hey guys, thank you for listening to Are You Effable? Please leave comments because I would love to read about your aha moments from this episode. And be sure to visit fundinghackers.com to view the blog post, get important links, join our community, and much, much more. And you gotta tell your friends about this podcast. We want them to become effable too.